Welcome to the program. I'm John McKee. Today, we'll go on a quest for an autumn delicacy, sheephead mushrooms. Then, we'll go fishing on one of Beaver County's lesser-known lakes. Finally, we'll introduce you to some of the people involved with the OSPREY reintroduction program at Moraine State Park. All this when we return with the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide.
When you have tree problems, call Ray's Tree Service. We specialize in large tree removal, but no job is too big or small. At Ray's Tree Service, we go out on a limb for you. For a free estimate, call 412-672-6456 for storm damage, emergency service, stump removal, and more. Ray's Tree Service is fully insured and is a certified line clearance tree trimmer. So write this number down, 412-672-6456, or for 24-hour emergency service, call 412-427-1117. If you like to watch outdoor shows, then check out the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN television. We spotlight seasonal outdoor activities in our own backyard, from turtle hunting to fishing to preparing wild game recipes and much more. Tune in and find out why this award-winning series has so much to offer. That's the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN television.
You're a duck hunter, and duck hunters know you have to go to the ducks. An express boat can get you there, whether it's down the river, across the lake, or through the timber. With its durable, all-welded aluminum hull and plenty of room for your decoys, guns, and other gear, you can depend on your express boat to take you to the ducks.
If excitement is what floats your boat, then check out the 2001 Lund models at Bob Warren Boat Sales. You'll make a splash with your friends and family with a new Lund boat from Bob Warren Boat Sales. We service most major boats, motors, and trailers. For boat show pricing on Lunds year-round, come to Bob Warren Boat Sales, Route 38 Butler. Call 724-285-5503. Simply the best.
Our how-to man, Pete Maltese, always meets interesting people. Pete's guest this week is Alvin Clemens from Jeanette. Today, we'll show you how to identify an edible mushroom that grows in the woods throughout the region during the fall season. So let's find out more about the sheephead mushroom on this week's segment of Pete's Corner.
Hi, I'm Peter Maltese and welcome to another segment of Pete's Corner. Today we're going to be looking for sheephead mushrooms. Now, a sheephead mushroom is a very distinct looking mushroom. To show us how to look for these mushrooms and what to do with these mushrooms are Al Clemens. Al, nice to see you again, and I'm so happy we got another beautiful day. Al, tell us a little bit about these mushrooms now.
Well, the time to find the mushrooms is like any time in September up until about the first week of October. You just get out of your car and get some permission and walk in a nice stand of oaks. And you walk around and just look around the oak tree. You might check 100 trees and not find one, and then you might check 10 in a row and find mushrooms growing around them. And I just stay to the sheephead mushroom because it's very easy to pick it out. I don't try to pick there's 100 edibles and there's 2 or 3 poison mushrooms. So I just stay to the sheephead, and it outstands over all of them. It's a good eating mushroom, and that's the one that I pick.
You know, the best part about this, here's the only tool you need. The only tool you need is a knife that doesn't even have to be too sharp, as long as it has a long blade on it like so, because if you cut these mushrooms, they will continue to grow year after year in the same place. But if you just pull them out of the ground, Al tells me that they will not grow for 4 or 5 years, and that's about where you pull them. And that's something to do with you pull the spores or you hurt the root system or something. We really don't know why, but that's one of the reasons why you should cut them.
Yeah, around an oak tree.
Oh, I see one right there. Is that an old one?
Don't look bad.
Got all these jagged bushes here too. Yeah, we got all these jagged bushes. Now, these mushrooms look just like cauliflowers. There is a very distinct look on them. That's why they call them sheephead mushrooms. They look like sheep wool. What you got to do is you got to cut these things. You can't pull them. Once you pull them, they tell me that the spores, you pull the spores out and they won't grow anymore in this area for at least 4 to 5 years. But if you cut them, they'll grow every year. And as you can see, I'm going to start cutting this one right here. This looks like a real good one too. Yeah, boy. Oh boy, is that a good one. Look at how wet that one is. Huh? And that's what a sheephead mushroom looks like. It's it looks just like a cauliflower. See how wet that is underneath there.
Yeah, he's okay.
That's a good one. What do you think, about 2?
All right, we got I'd say he's about 4 pound maybe.
And that's all solid meat.
It's all solid
you
meat.
eat the whole thing. There's nothing you throw away.
Nothing.
And there's no question about what this looks like. This mushroom doesn't look like anything else. This is just a solid meat mushroom.
You'll find them different colors. You'll find them a gray. You'll find them black. You'll find them white, tan, beige. There's no certain color on them. But you want to get them where the buds are like they're growing out. You can see that they're growing. But as soon as they start wilting and hanging down, you know that they're old. And it wouldn't poison you or nothing, but it would just more or less eating bark or
You might as well
piece
cook
of
cardboard.
wood.
Huh?
Yeah, cook a piece of cardboard, it'd be the same.
And you know, it doesn't. It seems they look like a cauliflower.
They look similar to a cauliflower. You'll find them all shapes. You might find them long. It's just the terrain. It might grow along a stick, and that forms them.
And they have a tremendous amount of weight to them. Some of them are pretty huge.
I've picked a lot of 25 and 30 pounders.
One mushroom,
One mushroom,
25 pounds.
25 pounds of mushroom.
Well, that'll feed a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
That's. What else do you need to go into the woods with these? A box, a bag, or something? Just
Yeah,
to
you
put
should
'em in?
carry some kind of plastic bag with you. Or, if you're going to go out there, have somebody move the car around for you where you're getting along the road someplace and just walk along the road back in a stand of trees. And you'll find a bunch of them. You better move your car down or you're going to have a lot of lugging.
It doesn't make any difference what the age of the tree is. It just.
I find them on 3-inch trees and I find them on 3-foot trees. I find them more on big oaks. I find them laying on a log beside the stump. They'll be laying the whole way along the length of the tree, growing in along the stump of it. And I find them in sawmills already where they've cut the oak tree down and brought them in and had them laying, just be cut up, and they grew a spore there.
Yeah, I think I would stick with the sheephead.
If you stay with the sheephead, you're not going to go wrong. They're a good eating mushroom, and you can just look at it. If you cut the bottom and it's pure white underneath the stem, and there's no holes in it, you know you got a mushroom that's complete edible from where you cut it off all the way up. Everything is edible. You just have to wash it off. It takes you a little bit of time. You should soak them in baking soda, maybe a little bit of vinegar. Soak them and then wash them off. And then you can prepare them whenever you want. You'll keep in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks, or you can can them. But you can go out in a day and you can get yourself 100 pounds of mushrooms very easy.
Without any problems at all.
Without any problems at all. All right, this mushroom here, it's got a weight base on it, and it's solid. So the whole mushroom is really, it's a good mushroom. The whole thing is edible here. I'm gonna lay this one down. We'll go to this one here. It has a little bit of orange on it. Now what I do, I start trimming them and see if some of that orange will trim up. Come out to where it's white.
All right, so what you're saying is you
So,
just keep trimming them until
yeah,
you
you
get to the white part.
Yeah, until you get to the white part. Now here we got a little bit of orange, so what I do here is just trim it off. There's a big difference on here. There's no mold in this. So just trim off some of this orange right in here. And this mushroom here is all edible.
And it's a different color too.
It's a complete different color. You got a little bit of mold just starting down in here, but it's not up into the mushroom. So what you got to do is when you go home, you trim this all off.
Well, Al, I've learned a lot about the sheephead mushrooms, learned what to look for, what not to look for, where to get them, and how to get them, and what to do with them when I do get them, which I never knew before. And thanks a lot for your efforts and bringing us out here and showing us these things.
You're welcome, babe.
After the break, fishing on Hereford Manor Lake. Stay with us.
If you have a how-to topic of interest, we want to hear it. We may even feature it on the show. Write to the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, P.O. Box 596, McKeesport, PA 15134.
If you're looking for a fishing boat, look no farther. From tournament bass boats to fish and ski boats, we've got them, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Boat Fish Fun Shop, located in Mount Pleasant, specializes in Triton, Ranger, Stroker, and Monarch boats, powered by Mercury and driven by you. Boat Fish Fun Shop is a full-service Mercury dealer with computer hookup to Mercury Parts Department for all Mercury, Mariner, and Mercruiser engines. Our factory-certified technicians offer complete service. Stop in to see us in Mount Pleasant or call 724-547-9499.
The Turtle Tube Sea Anchor is the only self-collapsing, self-contained sea anchor that is guaranteed not to dry rot or mildew, even when stored wet. All safety-conscious boaters know the benefits of a sea anchor, so check out the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor today. For more information, write to the Turtle Tube Sea Anchor Company at P.O. Box 125, Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania 15145, or call 412-734-1758.
Introducing Pete Maltese's Headbreaker Fishing System. The Headbreaker is a patented jig head that offers versatility in jigging or trolling thanks to its two breakaway lower sections. The Headbreaker's design acts as a rudder to stabilize the presentation and brings out the best action of the plastic tail. Each kit contains 10 minis, 5 originals, and 2 huskies. Send check or money order to Pete Maltese and start catching more fish.
When you have tree problems, call Ray's Tree Service. We specialize in large tree removal, but no job is too big or small. At Ray's Tree Service, we go out on a limb for you. For a free estimate, call 412-672-6456 for storm damage, emergency service, stump removal, and more. Ray's Tree Service is fully insured and is a certified line clearance tree trimmer. So write this number down, 412-672-6456. Or for 24-hour emergency service, call 412-427-1117.
This week's fishing segment takes us to Hereford Manor's Upper Lake. Our fishing enthusiast Fred Wpog and his guest Tim Redinger spend a relaxing day on this quiet but productive lake. So let's go fishing. On the water with Fred.
Hi, I'm Fred Wpog. Today we're at Hereford Manor up at Zillionople. We're with Tim Redinger.
Nice to meet you, Fred.
Tim, it's a pleasure to be here again with you this week. We're going to fish Hereford Manor for what?
We're going to try to get in some nice bass. The lake has trout in it. Has some nice catfish and stuff. So maybe some crappie and bluegill. Just whatever pulls on our line, Fred's what we're after.
Whatever we're after.
That's it.
Well, we're right here by the airport, Tim.
Yeah, you can hear the plane.
Hear the planes coming over. What are we going to be using for bait today, you think?
Today we have night crawlers. We have jigs. We're going to be using Mr. Maltese's head breakers and using them around the islands and stuff. See if we can't jig up a walleye. We have some fathead minnows.
Great.
We have some shiners, so maggots. We have just a little assortment of everything, yes.
We got a variety. We got to do some good. We're going to be using ultralight rods and light line. There's tried everything in this lake, so it's a nice sized lake, and I know I've talked to people that have been successful here. They've caught a lot of fish out of here. So I think we had to give it a good try.
Sounds good to me.
I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Jacobs. Greg's the fish warden in the Zillionople area. He does a fine job, and he knows a lot about the lake. Greg, how big is this lake? How many acres?
The upper lake you're at now is 27 acres long. It's a long, narrow lake. The commission is stocked with trout, channel catfish, tiger muskies, walleye, saugeye, bass, panfish, a little bit of everything in here.
Boy, there's an assortment, huh?
Yeah, it's a wide variety in the upper lake.
What's the average depth of the lake, do you know?
The average depth of the lake is running about 35 feet. Oh, there's very little shoreline at the upper lake. It drops off. It was an old strip mine is what it was at one time.
Okay. I can remember when this was a pay lake. That's going back many years.
Yeah, it's been a few years. Jim Cunningham ran it then, and the commission bought it off Jim Cunningham. We're probably looking at better than 20 years ago.
This is really great when you figure it's so close to Pittsburgh. And so many
we get a lot of people
here
out of Pittsburgh, especially with the opening to 279. You're only 35, 40 minutes out of Pittsburgh now.
Sure. And the lake being stocked with everything, it's open almost year-round, I imagine.
The only time it's closed is during March 1st to the opening day of trout season.
Does this get heavy pressure in ice fishing?
Yeah.
I imagine it would, yeah.
Yes, it does. We get a lot of people. This last year was the first year we've had really good ice here in several years, and this place was packed every weekend.
I can imagine it would be, because, boy, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of ground. Are you allowed to hunt around?
Yeah,
in the area?
anything stay out of the safety zones. That's it. You can hunt on the property.
You gotta wait.
Yes.
Yeah,
On what?
rubber worm. You know where you come off?
Yeah.
The tree.
Got him right off a tree.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tree laid right over there.
We certainly have a fine variety of bait here, Tim.
Well, thank you very
And
much.
I know it all come from the Ready Bait in Bridgewater.
Well, like our motto is live bait's our specialty, and we take a lot of pride in how the bait's prepared and taken care of.
Well, I was surprised at the shiners even, and I think they're pretty fragile.
Oh, yeah, very fragile.
They were as lively at the end of the day as they were at the beginning of the day, and I thought that was great.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a very nice compliment.
Well, Tim, we've done some good today.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Had a nice day, didn't we?
Boy, we caught a variety of fish. We caught crappies, bluegill, bass.
Just about
crappies.
everything. Yeah, had a real good time.
We're going to be back here again because it's not too often we catch a big bass
Well,
like that.
I hope you do. It was a pleasure having you here.
After the break, a breathtaking view of the majestic Osprey. Stay with us.
If you have a fish story to tell, we want to hear it. We may even feature it on the show. Write to the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, P.O. Box 596, McKeesport, PA 15134.
In business, image is important. First impressions do make a difference. If your business has a cleaning problem, look to the professionals at Ingram's Cleaning Service. Since 1979, Ingram's Cleaning Service offers customized, consistent quality cleaning services for all types of businesses. Our business is to maintain the image of your business. We offer periodical cleaning schedules, professional workers and supervisors, and of course, follow-up inspections. In business, customer service is important. Ingram's Cleaning Service can be a silent partner in maintaining your image as a high-quality company. For more information, call area code 412-751-7469.
We make it our business to help our customers maintain a positive, professional image. If you have a cleaning problem, we are the solution.
If you like to watch outdoor shows, then check out the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN Television. We spotlight seasonal outdoor activities in our own backyard, from turtle hunting to fishing to preparing wild game recipes and much more. Tune in and find out why this award-winning series has so much to offer. That's the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on WBGN Television. When you have tree problems, call Ray's Tree Service. We specialize in large tree removal, but no job is too big or small. At Ray's Tree Service, we go out on a limb for you. For a free estimate, call 412-672-6456 for storm damage, emergency service, stump removal, and more. Ray's Tree Service is fully insured and is a certified line clearance tree trimmer. So write this number down, 412-672-6456. Or for 24-hour emergency service, call 412-427-1117.
Hi, today we're going to talk about my most versatile lure, the jig. The jig's works best when tipped with live bait. It has no equal and will give you more hookups in the long run. Today we're going to talk about the most popular method of jigging. It's called vertical jigging. What we're going to do is we toss our jig in the water, let it strike the bottom, engage the reel, make the line taut, pick it up to the rod tip 10 o'clock position, then fall it back down. You want to fall it back down so you can detect the strikes. Next thing we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the most popular method, and that's called hip hop or skipping. What we want to do today, we want to pick out a target, cast the jig to the target, let it hit the bottom, engage the reel in the slack, and pick the rod tip up to 10 o'clock position. And then when you go down to the horizontal position, reel in your slack. Keep repeating this process until the jig hops the bottom, until you get a strike. Remembering, you won't detect a strike until it hits the bottom of the lake or pond. That's all now, folks. Just keep jigging or cranking.
The osprey is also known as the fishhawk. This large bird of prey is making a comeback to our region after nearly becoming extinct. At Moraine State Park, there's a program currently underway that's designed to reintroduce the osprey to western Pennsylvania. Andy McDowell explains.
Where we're at now is at a hacking tower at Moraine State Park. The hacking programs began in 1993. This is the second year for a hacking program. Behind you is a hacking tower. Hacking is a word used to describe raising young birds of prey for flight.
My name is Heather Johnston. I was hired by the Marine Preservation Fund to help oversee this project. Myself and another girl, Jenny Dubenstein, are in charge of feeding the birds, trying to keep track of the birds, what they're doing, types of behavior that we're seeing. The birds were brought in when they were about between 4 and 6 weeks of age. Our records help to keep track of what the birds were doing as they progressed in age, from when they were in the boxes till we dropped the gates and the birds were able to fledge. Once they fledged, the behavioral observations became more difficult because they start to spread out across the lake. It's been about 3 weeks now since they fledged, and most of the birds have started to even disappear for a day or so at a time. We keep track of the birds by the blue leg band on their left leg. It's a band for the state. The blue color indicates what year the birds were banded in.
Right now, at this stage, all of the ospreys that we have are now flying except for one. In 1994, we had 24 ospreys brought to Moraine State Park for reintroduction. The tower was constructed by a lot of different organizations. Armstrong Utilities, Central Electric had a lot to do with constructing the tower. The program was originally initiated by the Marine Preservation Fund, which is a volunteer group dedicated to helping preserve Moraine State Park building facilities and other wildlife management programs in the park.
The blue leg band helps to identify the birds while they're in this area, specifically for our purposes. The blue color indicates that it's a bird that was hacked in 1994. The birds are also banded on their right leg with an aluminum federal band, and these bands will help us track the population as it moves around. By whenever a bird dies, the band can be returned to the United States. These birds migrate to South America, where they'll spend their first entire year there. They will not return to the United States, and then their second year they will come back to the United States for the summer. They will come back to their natal site, which in this case is Moraine State Park. They probably will not mate, however, until they're 3 to 4 years of age.
The workers right now are basically monitoring the birds in flight, making sure they're feeding on their own, keeping fresh fish available for them to come back to throughout the day. Ospreys were at one time very widespread throughout Pennsylvania on all the major waterways. Around 1950, they suffered the same consequences as the bald eagle and many other birds of prey with the use of pesticides and DDT. The osprey populations began to dwindle to the point of pretty near extinction in the state of Pennsylvania. In 1980, a hacking program was began in the Pocono Mountain region of Pennsylvania with the efforts of Dr. Larry Ryman, who is from East Stroudsburg University and is also involved with bald eagle and river otter reintroduction. The Marine Preservation Fund contacted him about 2 years ago about the feasibility of putting a hacking program in the process at Moraine State Park. Moraine and Lake Arthur was chosen ideally because it's a good location. This is the major inland location for an osprey hacking program. It's in a good centralized location to get the ospreys to spread to Ohio, New York, West Virginia, and also into other parts of Pennsylvania. It's a 10-year program, 5 years of reintroducing the osprey. So the next 3 years we'll be getting in ospreys every season. And then the 5 years after that is on monitoring the ospreys as they return from migration. The ospreys here will start to migrate from this region around the end of August, and they'll migrate to Central and South America. They won't return to this area until about 2 to 3 years from the time they migrate. It takes them that long to develop their homing instincts. But once their homing instincts are developed, they'll come almost directly to the hacking tower right where they were raised from.
Well, the birds you see around the tower right now aren't really totally self-sufficient at the point that they don't know how to fish on their own yet, enough to support themselves. A good sign when the birds are self-sufficient without actually seeing them fish is when we're not spotting them as much, when they're not coming around the tower as much, they're starting to disperse out around the lake. That's a good sign that they are becoming self-sufficient, and it takes a little bit of time. We have a wide variety of ages with these birds. Some that when they arrived were close to 5, 6 weeks old, and some were about 4 weeks old. So the 4-week-old birds naturally are going to take a lot longer to learn how to fish on their own, and they'll be the last to stay around the tower. It's kind of hard to judge when that will happen. That's why we spot the birds at least twice a day, try to get the band numbers, and try to record who is sticking around the tower, who is fishing on their own, and who is not.
Now, when we take ospreys from other nests, all of our ospreys are taken from the Chesapeake Bay area. When we take the ospreys out of nests, we take them with nests that only have 3 young in the nest. That way we can leave at least 2 for the parents to raise. And also we're ensuring genetically that hopefully these ospreys will produce triplets in the future. And we usually take the runt of the litter, which usually does not survive anyways in the wild. We take them when they're about 6 weeks of age. That way they've already developed parental instincts, the paternal and maternal roles that they need to know to survive in life. And also they're able to regulate their full body heat. If it wasn't for the many agencies working together, the osprey hacking program would not be the success that it is.
That's our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please send your questions, comments, or suggestions for future program topics to MWM Productions, Post Office Box 596, McKeesport, PA 15134. On behalf of the entire staff that's worked to bring you this and every episode of the Western Pennsylvania Outdoor Guide, I'm John McKee. Thanks for joining us.